Ancient origins of Hebrews. Um, I'm finding a mention to a HaBiru, not He-Biru, but HaBiru, and they are nomadic people that live through Mesopotamian area and are mercenaries and or people helping to do work and things like that, which can be commissioned um, in the different areas. And it's looked at as that they don't have a place of their own, that they're not building one giant city and trying to inhabit it, but yet they're going around as mercenaries of other peoples, being paid food, getting wages and every stuff, and quite well actually. Now, in this, they have a one of the Sumerian records has um, a weird term dated to the reign of King Urkhabtum, Irkabtum, Urkhabtum, and it's in the northern Syria area. So these would be the Amorites, and it's the kingdom of Yakad, Yamkad, like Yamaka, Yamkad. And it says that every year that he has, it's a year that this happened. Whenever he puts on his steel, it's a year that this happened. It's a year that this happened. This is the year that this happened. And in 1740 BC, he has who had a year named Year when King Urkapatum made peace with Semuma, Samuma, and the Habiru. Samuma is the leader of them. Semites. Yeah, the people under Semites, that's them, the Semites, and the Habiru. These are the Semites and the Hebrews that end up coming out of it. Now the confusion comes, I think, whenever other people that are mercenaries and or gypsies and stuff are being mercenaries, they give him this other name, HaBiru. HaBiru, not HaBiru, but HaBiru. And these are mercenaries of fighting and doing things like that. And Habatu. And these are, bandits, robbers, and raiders. And it could easily be that that this place that hires those people are hiring them literally to once we do all the fighting and stuff and we get them all pinned in, you're going to run in and rob and loot and stuff. I don't know, but that's the expression giving to them. There's an ideogram sagaz, which refers to these bandits and these people and stuff like that. Sagaz. Um, they tell you in one of these things that the majority of these people are Hurrian in one group. So this is that, you know, HaBiru group, that most of these people are Hurrian, but the rest are Semitic, and that one is Kassite. So they have a good idea of who they're dealing with here, and there's no other mention of Hebrews in this whole area of people and stuff. I think this is where you get that from. This is the name. These are a wandering people who do great things, earn a lot of money, but they don't actually have a home. Maybe their home has been destroyed at one time and now they wander around, working off other guys, but they are a nomadic people, and I believe that is your Hebrews of the Bible right there. I look it up and I find people saying no, no, because 800 years later this guy said HaBiru and see that's not them, and I'm like, we're Americans, but Americans aren't in America. It's Americans, not Americans. We're going to change one letter and see how that just wins. These aren't the same people. It's a term. It's real close to the same term. I don't know how I can give you two words that are close together, Shop and shock. One of them goes, and the other one is a place that you buy stuff at, but oh, there's just a hair of a difference between the two, and boy, doesn't that mean a hair of a difference. So I believe that that's why they're trying to say that it doesn't have anything to do with it, but I believe that that also is a proof that there does. That after the Hebrews did this job running all around and became themselves and got up under Yahweh and things, that other people said, well, we need some of them like them. What are the them like them? Well, we want people to do our bandit work and our robbing, anything, and they're all off on their own doing their own thing now. So we need some more of these, and we're going to call them HaBiru to actually distinguish between the two, as opposed to being HaBiru. So there you go, ancient Hebrews, quite possibly their origin. Later inscriptions and stuff show these Aleppo that are actually being used for mercenaries, I guess you'd say. And oddly enough, the Egyptians have the same type of Hebrew language, by the way, that has consonants and no vowels. It's an all consonant language. And they refer to these people as PRM. And what's M? Well, it's a M at the end of words in Egyptian, generally term a group of or plurality or people. Like Alu is one guy, but Alulim are the people of Alu. So they put this nomenclature on those guys also. It's shown as being the Sagaz also, these guys that are possible murderers and warriors and mercenaries that are used to rob and things like that. But I think that by this time here at 1200 BC, we're probably not looking at the Hebrews anymore. Now we're looking at a group of nomadic people who are mixed. They say there's 3 languages in this group, that's a group of HaBiru, and that only a small portion of them are actually Semitic, and that this portion is Western Semitic and definitely not Eastern Semitic. So there's a people there, and that might actually turn into the Canaanites or one of those guys, but it doesn't seem to be the actual Hebrews themselves. Clearly, the Hebrews probably, mercenary themselves to the area that they're with, and then, of course, they get taken under captivity in a few situations here too. When they come out of that, they go into their own. Now, then there's one time where Yahweh leads them alone, and they don't act as mercenaries. It doesn't seem, there's only one time in the Bible where they actually team up and kill one group, and then there's another time where they say they're going to leave alone this group and this group for reasons and only fight these others. And in the fact of trying to fight this other group, this one gets in the way, causes a big problem. So anyhow, I believe that's the origins of Hebrews. And that picture that you see there is actually a man named Idrimi, and he is known as the king of the HaBiru. So at one point here, this HaBiru gets built up to the point that they actually have their own king, designating what they're going to do, and that's this guy's name. And I believe if ancient Hebrews look back, they can probably find attachments to this man, and that being part of their beginnings, because they end up becoming a great people with a king and a whole area called Alalak that they are kind of domaining in. So ancient Hebrews, there they are, I believe.